Hello, welcome back to Leeds lately for the live watch along of Leeds United versus Newcastle. As you can see, there's a few things I just need to check, judging by the fact that the scorebug still says Lee versus Manu, Leeds versus Manure, and in fact it's actually New versus Lee. There you go. That's that fixed, and then of course the lineups is the other main thing. Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome to all of our Leeds Lately members. Welcome, of course, to all of our non-members as well. I'm just going to fix the lineups at the moment, so you just have to bear with me just 1 second. Let's see what Leeds United have put out. I haven't even seen the lineup yet, so this is me seeing it for the first time. So to be fair, we can go through it and it'll be a way to go through the lineup as well. Perry in goal, James Justin, Gabriel Goodmanson, Rodon's back, so we can put Rodon in instead of Sebastian Bornau, who was very good in Rodon's absence, I must say. Biol, Strauch, back to Goodmanson. Looks like it's actually Gruev. It's Gruev alongside Stack and Ampadu, which is a little bit different from what we've had in previous games. It seems like it might be a slight bit more defensive. And then it's actually Calvert-Lewin. I'll put Calvert-Lewin right up top because I imagine at some point we're going to change Calvert-Lewin, and it's actually Aronson who's playing alongside him, much like the Manchester United game. There we go. There's the Leeds United lineup for anybody who is wondering, and I'll just sort the Newcastle lineup as well, so that at least at kickoff we can get an idea of the team that they've put in out. Newcastle United. Let's have a look then at the Newcastle lineup. So it is Nick Pope in goal, as you'd expect. Who's playing right back for them? I think it's Hall. Hall, who is number 3. Then you've got Malik Tiao, who actually plays as a number 12. Then you've got Fabian Schär, who plays as the number 5. Then at left back, it's Miley, who plays as the number 67, which is strange. In midfield, Bruno Guimaraes, which is number 39, alongside Joe Linton, who's number 7. Tonali, who is number 8. And then up front it is Gordon in the number 10, but in the number 10 shirt, but actually playing out wide. Up front is obviously Big Nick Waltermada for them, and on the other wing is Barnes, which I actually did predict that he would start tonight, and I think he's number 11. There we go. And that is the Newcastle lineup as well. Apologies for that, but we should be all caught up now so that we can actually talk about the game. Welcome everybody who is joining us. Of course, this is another one where you would take a point. You really would take a point in Newcastle away, but I don't think 3 points is beyond the realms of possibility, given the way that Newcastle have played this season, given the fact that we got a draw against them at Elland Road, and we've only improved since then. You've got to say that we have a fair chance of actually getting something more out of the game than just a draw. Welcome to everybody who is joining us. The Newcastle lineup is on the screen right now, although it should actually be a 4-3-3, that, not a 4-2-3-1. 4-3-3. Change that as well. There we go. Should be everything set up and ready for the stream. Welcome everybody who's joining us. Yeah, like Alex is doing, get your score predictions in. Alex predicts 2-1 to Leeds. Anybody who hasn't, get your score predictions in the chat down below and we could discuss. Evening, Johnny. Of course, one of our Leeds Lately members. Thank you to all our members, by the way, for your continued support for the channel. Tonight is a big chance for us to get some points on the board. West Ham lost again yesterday, didn't they? Not yesterday. Yes, it was. Yeah, West Ham lost yesterday 2-1 to Forest. So, of course, that means that Forest are climbing the table and getting closer to us, but it does mean that West Ham are staying down. West Ham have now played 21 games and got 14 points. We've played 20 games and got 22 points. So, of course, still 8 points ahead. But we have a chance to go even further ahead of that tonight. If we can get 3 points, that would be absolutely massive. That would take us above Bournemouth into 15th place. Because Bournemouth at the moment are drawing. Oh no, they've just gone a goal up against Spurs. It's 2-1. Krupi has literally just scored. It hadn't even updated yet, so we wouldn't go ahead of Bournemouth because Bournemouth are winning now, which is what they call sod's law. Because the moment I checked it, they'd gone another goal ahead. But yeah, everyone who is joining us, make sure you hit that like button. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do last time is set a... oh, I can see the goal now. Yeah. Tapped back across the box. Easy finish for him in the end, but it had to be there. Let's set a super chat goal. Set the little super chat goal. Leeds might go 11 clear of the drop zone. There we go. Penny saying a draw is okay, but I prefer us to get 3 points. Yeah, look, I think I've not seen it much, and from many fans, because obviously most people are rational and they can see that we're on like a 7-game streak of not losing. Or 7-game unbeaten streak, as most people would normally speak. It can get to the point where you're like, oh, so boring, sick of drawing games. But if as long as you're getting points on the board, if you can get a point in every game from now until the end of the season, then you're staying up, aren't you? So let's hope that Leeds can to get 3 points tonight. But if they can't, a point is still absolutely fine in our pursuit of survival. Newcastle just recorded back-to-back wins for the first time since last October. At the moment, Newcastle sit. Newcastle sit in 10th place. Only 9 points separate Chelsea in 6th and Leeds in 16th, which is rather ridiculous when you think about it, isn't it? Wolves are 1-0 down again. Who are they 1-0 down to? Everton. They are so struggling this season, Wolves, aren't they? 6 points after 21 games. Aston Villa are 0-0 with Crystal Palace. Who are Chelsea playing? Because Chelsea have got a red card against Fulham, I think. Mark Cucurella in the 22nd minute got a red card. Ethan Ampadu can lead us out again because obviously he couldn't play in the last game. Nubadoc saying good luck, proper club Leeds like from a Geordie. Yeah, look, I like Newcastle as a club. I like Newcastle as a team. There's no kind of rivalry there. I think both are massive clubs who deserve to be challenging the status quo in terms of the top teams. Of course, Newcastle are a lot closer than we are to doing anything like that at the moment, but we've certainly got it within our infrastructure to reach those heights. It's just whether we can actually do it on the pitch and build year on year, much like what Newcastle did. So at the moment, I'll show this is the Newcastle lineup. Nick Pope in goal, Hall at right back, Malik Thiaw and Fabian Schär are the two centre-backs, with Lewis Miley at left back. In the midfield for Newcastle, three-man midfield, their classic three-man midfield of Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton and Sandro Tonali, with Gordon out on the left wing, Barnes out on the right wing, and Nick Voltemada is the lone striker. Ramsdale is on the bench alongside Trippier, Botman, Visser, Livramento, Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock, and Jacob Ramsey as well. And then, of course, once we switch to the Leeds United lineup, Joe Rodon is back in the lineup. Perry, Justin, Rodon, Biol, Strauch, Goodmanson, Stack, Ampadu, Gruev, Calvert-Lewin and Aronson. Bench of Darlow, Piru, Nemecha, Okafor, Harrison, Tanaka, Bornout, Byram and Nonto. So a good strong bench as well. Alan Shearer in attendance tonight at St James's. I think everybody's wishing Kevin Keegan well at the moment, because I didn't realise, but I think he's been ill or something, because they're all doing a minute's applause for him, I think. Last time I went to Newcastle away, there was a lot of Gary Speed chants, which was nice to see from both sides. It's not often you get both of the fans, both of the sets of fans. He's been diagnosed with cancer, that's it. I just had to Google and check. Bruno Guimaraes just shaking hands. I think they might be switching ends, Leeds and Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, 2021, it does seem... Yeah, it was a massive, massive climb. But do you know what? Last time I went to Newcastle away, I got him a seat and I turned around and I looked, and Michael Normanton was sat literally right in front of me. So I went, oh, hi. Just preparing for kickoff now. I'm just going to get ready with the timer. Counting down to kickoff now. Leeds could be the first team to go 8 games unbeaten as a newly promoted side since Alex McLeish's Birmingham City in 2010. Commentators say no, they've picked a tough place to come and do it. Well, actually, we didn't really pick Newcastle. That was just the fixture list. Here's Hull. Oh, I think Miley's actually playing at right back, not left back, but doesn't make too much of a difference on the lineup side of things. That's going to be a throw into Leeds there. Quite high up, really. I didn't really see what happened there, but there must have been a misplaced pass or a bad touch by a Newcastle player. Here's Jacobillo over to Strauch. Now Goodmanson. High press there from Newcastle, trying to throw a lot of players forward. A long ball down the line there from Goodmanson is cleared away by Shah. Then Strauch heads it back. Eventually it ends up with Guimaraes, who plays it into Voltemada. Cleared again by Strauch. Eventually by Stack into Calvert-Lewin's feet, who knocks it back to Aronson. Aronson tackled, though, by Joe Linton. Difficult ball to control, to be fair, for Aronson when Calvert-Lewin knocked that one back to him. But hi, Pierre. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Here's Joe Linton. Now Cher. Lewis Hall. Gordon. Joe Linton nearly dispossessed, but the ball ends up going back to a Newcastle player. Here's Joe Linton again. Out wide now. Harvey Barnes tries to put that ball in the box. Cleared away, though, by Pascal Strauch. Newcastle, of course, dominating in the early stages here. Here's Malik Thiaw. Bad pass, though, to Aronson. And now Aronson looks for a way forward. Trying to go past Miley here. He's done really well, Aronson. He's still going. He's lost the ball there, Aronson. Not in a way that he could have won a throw-in from it or anything. Unlucky, really, because he did well to gain a lot of yards there. Here's Lewis Hall. Dropped back off to Thiaw. Now Miley. Back to Nick Pope, who takes a touch and then sends that one long. Headed away by Strauch. That's going to be a throw into Newcastle there. I saw, just before I started, I was watching a video of the ref cam with the microphone and stuff from the Man United game, which was weird. You know, like, you don't get to see it very much on the actual live coverage, but when we saw it on the replay, it's weird to watch. That's a long ball forward from Newcastle there that Lucas Perry's just going to allow to roll out behind him. Clive saying we're playing the same way we did at Anfield. Yeah, to be honest, whilst it looks like on paper we set up in a 3-5-2, it looks a little bit more like we we're going in a 5-4-1 with Aronson dropping in at left wing. Eddie Howe's unbeaten in 4 Premier League games against Leeds. It's weird as well, Ben, because the referee, like, I guess if you've got to remain professional, and he's not a fan of either club. But like when you see a goal go in and you see the Elland Road, like the crowd go crazy, it's like he just goes on-field decision goal, and just like there's no reaction or anything, which I suppose you can't really do. But like it made it just think like, ugh. It didn't show. It was selective highlights, I'll say. I mean, maybe a 90s computer game, Clive, but nowadays computer games, there isn't really, unless you're playing Minecraft, it's not really blocky anymore. It's probably more high definition than a lot of the feeds that you get from Sky. But I know what you mean. It's just because it's a GoPro strapped to his head, basically. Here's Aronson. Can he keep this one in? He can. He's gone past Malik Thiaw here. Aronson into the box now. Tries to get the ball across. Now nearly a shot by Stack. Tries to lift it to the back post. Justin can't quite get there. Joe Linton heads it away. And now Anthony Gordon looking for an escape route here. Justin wins the ball back, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Good play there by Leeds getting into the box. Calvert-Lewin won the flick on. Aronson gets past Malik Thiaw and then breaks into the box, tries to play it across. Good block by Hall. Then Stack takes it wide, dinks it back across. Justin can't quite get there as Joe Linton heads it away, and it's going to be a throw-in to Ampadu. I was playing Diablo, Pierre. I played it a fair bit. It's got Ralph Ineson in it, hasn't it? Who's a big Leeds fan. But I gave up with it in the end. I got bored. Here's Ampadu with the throw-in. Ball bouncing around in the box. Cleared away, though, by Newcastle. Miley, I think it was. Now Goodmanson taking the ball back out wide again on the charge here. Good little flick over the challenge of Guimaraes. Now Aronson. Back to Goodmanson here. Goodmanson tries to get the ball across. Oh, it's a very good ball, but no one had thought to have the same idea. And then good tracking back there from Strauch. Leeds having a little bit more attacking impetus here. And yeah, Aronson's doing really well. Good little poke there by Ampadu into Jakubijol. Now Rodon. Ball down the line here to James Justin. Can he get there before Thiaw? He can, and Thiaw's going to get himself a yellow card there, I think, already. Yeah, 6 minutes in, and Thiaw's being pulled apart like a poor Christmas cracker here. Both sides of the pitch, Thiaw's getting absolutely rinsed. Justin pokes the ball away from Malik Thiaw, and he takes him out. Yellow card already. Chance for Leeds to whip the ball in the box. Then Anton Stack stands over this one. It's way out on the right wing, but chance to whip the ball in. It's a very good ball. Strauch over the bar. Got to keep your header down there. Try and head it down into the ground. Ugh. Yeah, Strauch's got to score there. He's got to score there, Strauch. Hi, Greg. Welcome. He's got to score there, Strauch, really. As that ball comes right down onto his head, he's free in front of goal, and he's really let himself down there with that header. We know he has a 50p head, but that was poor. But look, Leeds have got one of their centre-backs who's already looking like he's struggling a bit to deal with us. He's already on a yellow card. A block there by Voltemada, but then cleared away there by Jakubijol. Calvert-Lewin's doing well here to hold the ball up out on the right wing. Thiaw marking against him. Now Gruev lets the ball run through his legs. Anton Stack. Ampadu. Strauch again with it here. Now Goodmanson. Aronson. Strauch into Ampadu. Aronson. Back to Goodmanson. Newcastle defending in a little bit more of an organised fashion here. Good ball forward there. Justin had made a run into the box. Stack flicks that one back forward. Cleared away though. And here's Joe Linton now. It's going to be a throw in there to Lewis Hall. I think there's a bit of projecting going on there, Greg. If you've got something to tell us, then I'm sure we'll all be very understanding. Here's Ampadu as he takes the ball off. And that's going to be another yellow card. Surely that's a yellow card for Harvey Barnes, pulling Ampadu back as he was trying to get away there. Ampadu just takes the ball away. Barnes pulls him down. Surely a yellow card for stopping a breakaway move. Don't think he got one. Here's Goodmanson. Now Strauch. Ampadu picks that one up. Here's Jakubijol. Tries to flick it down the line. Headed though by James Justin, and Rodon's trying to gather it here. Eventually it goes out for a Newcastle throw-in. City have scored against Brighton. 0-0 between Burnley and Scum, and 0-0 between Fulham and other Chelsea scum. Ball down the line there from Tonali was a hopeful one. But yeah, it should have been a yellow card, to be honest, Alex, shouldn't it? It really should have done. Hi, Robert. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I'm sure everybody who gets one will appreciate that as well. Thank you, Robert, so much. I was going to say I thought you weren't coming in. Popping in to say hi. Work call is wiping out ability to participate. Get it done, Whites. Yeah, well, we've got you here in spirit. Just as Joe Rodon runs down the right wing, crosses the ball into the box, goes over everybody, Goodmanson trying to get the better of Barnes there. Eventually it's passed back to Nick Pope, who clears it long. Now Strauch. Gruev. Ampadu. Gruev. Leeds have really grown into the game since the opening couple of minutes. Here's Aronson. Gets the ball back to Ampadu now. Jacobillo. Gruev. Strauch. Back out to Goodmanson. Yeah, look, those opening 5 minutes, they really, really took it to us and were pressing high and were trying to get forward. But since then, it's been all Leeds. It really has. Here's Strauch heading that one back outside to Goodmanson. One down the line there for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to chase, but Malik Thiaw's given it straight away to Aronson, who's done a little Cruyff turn and given it back to Calvert-Lewin. Cross into the box by Calvert-Lewin, and there's nobody there at the back post to receive it. Just that final ball needs to be a bit better there, doesn't it? A final ball just needs to be a bit better. Hi, Alan. Welcome. You could use some of the little emojis and stuff and get early access to videos and things like that for the time being. It's going to be a free kick to Newcastle here, just in line with the centre circle on the Leeds side of it. Players lining up on the edge of the Leeds United penalty area, ready for this one. Evening, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Little dinked ball forward there from Lewis Hall. Headed back across the box by Malik Thiaw. Oh, yeah. Perry caught that, and then the next thing I know, it was bouncing behind him, and they just booted it into the back of the net. And I think it was a foul on the goalkeeper, which is what the referee's given. Yeah. Yeah, Cher whacks his arm, and that's why it falls out of his hand. He has it safe. Then his back arm knocks it out of his hands, and he scores it. It's definitely a foul. Yeah, but when you see it back, Clive... Like if somebody hits you in like the crease of your elbow when you've got something in your hand, your arm goes like that, doesn't it? And you're going to drop a ball. So I don't think you could have blamed Perry really. Good shout, Pierre. Actually, remember, if a goal goes in, everyone at either end of this pitch, please do not let me know until I've seen it and reacted to it. Otherwise, it will spoil the game for me. Just a bit of a public service announcement. Jacobillo clears that one away. Here's Tonali. Gruev's done well there, but can't quite keep hold of it. Leeds pressing here. We're in numbers, doing well there. That's going to be a Newcastle throw-in. That's true, Pierre, yeah. Yeah, because not everybody's on the same... Like, I'm watching it on Now TV on Sky, so it's a Burnley 1-0 up against Manchester United because Heaven has scored an own goal. Here's Malik Thiaw. Now Strauch striding forwards, gives the ball to Aronson down the wing. Strauch getting himself in the box here. Aronson inside the box, looking for a chance to cross it. Good little lifted cross towards the back post. Unlucky there from Aronson. Tried to put it in the back post. Thank you so much, Andrew Thorpe. Excuse me, my voice gave way then. Thank you so much, Andrew Thorpe. Show Maximus we are entertained, and give him a like. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Andrew specifically, and everybody. Make sure you go and like the. Make sure you go and like the super chat as well. I'm going to like it whenever it appears on my other feed. There we go. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. I'm not really sure what that sentence means, Timoros. Please could you reword it? Well, they've sacked Amarim now, haven't they? We sacked their manager, and now they're losing to Burnley. Successful passes in the final third for Leeds, 23. Successful passes in the final third for Newcastle, 4. Here's Malik Thiaw. Scum should give up anyway and just fold as a club, so... Here's Gordon. Plays that one back to Malik Thiaw on the halfway line. Now Miley. Bruno Guimaraes. Now Cher. Newcastle pushing up a little bit more. Ball forward here towards Voltemada is cleared away by Yakubiyal. Ball cleared down the line. I keep thinking that when we play against players that played in Germany last season, that Yakubiyal was playing against them, but it's because we've signed so many other players from the Bundesliga. I keep forgetting that he was from Udinese in the Serie A. Ball into the box. Good little interception by Gruev there and clearance. Here's Malik Thiaw. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Little chipped ball down the line there. Goodmanson trying to face up against Lewis Miley. Forces him to go backwards here. Dropped off back to Sandro Tonali, the Italian, as he plays it down the line to Harvey Barnes, who's got a chance to cross the ball into the box here. Little lofted one towards the back post. It's gone over everyone, and Gordon can get it on the other side. Here's Gordon still. Back to the edge of the box for Bruno Guimaraes. Poor pass for Bruno. From Bruno, sorry, in the end, and Leeds can clear that one. But it gets played all the way back to Nick Pope. Here's Hall. Back into Fabian Cher. Long switch out wide to Lewis Miley, and it goes over his head, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Goodmanson to take this one then, down the line. When we play in this kit, it's the Parimatch sponsor on his arm is almost exactly a Sweden flag, and he plays for Sweden and is Swedish. Strauch, cleared by Goodmanson. How funny is it that after all these years of them complaining about the Glazers, that they finally get rid of them. They get these new owners, and they're just as crap. And they just, no matter who they bring in, they can't challenge. But long may it continue. We're playing in the blue away shirt. Anton Stack then with the free kick just inside the Newcastle half. Stack then. Oh, Statch. That's the first time I've heard a commentator call him Statch. Ball over the top there again by Stack, but cleared away. Ball down the line for Anthony Gordon, who is absolutely rapid, but Leeds have caught up with Anton Stack, who's done so well there do you remember the classic Phil Jones fall to the ground and header it out when you're already on the floor? That's what he's done there. He's gone stride for stride with Anthony Gordon all the way back. He's done really well there, Stack, really, defensively. He's done really well. He was falling and he just landed on his head. He does really well, Stack. Corner kick for Newcastle then. Ball into the box, headed away there by Leeds, only to the edge. Aronson does well there to give it to Goodmanson, and now Gruev. Ball down the line. Newcastle trying to come back there, but eventually it's pulled back. It's going to be a foul there. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's going to get himself a yellow card. Not sure why. Don't be too quick, Boland. I'm scared. West Ham could easily get out of this in the second half of the season. Here's Lewis Hall. Little flick by Voltemada, and then cleared away by Gruev. That's why he's on there, really, to be that extra man defensively. Aronson doing well to battle there. Eventually, Gruev manages to poke it to Justin. Now into Stack. Aronson, really good touch to take that with him there as it was pinged at him, but he couldn't take it on the second one. Here's Gruev. Now Strauch. Little chipped ball to Goodmanson. Ball down the line here. Aronson. It's not much Aronson could have done there, to be honest, apart from just try and hoof it forwards. Here's Miley. Now Malik Thiaw. To be fair, the Newcastle yellow card was definitely a yellow card, but the Leeds one, I'll have to see it back. I think it might have just been a little shirt pull from Calvert-Lewin. Here's Anton Stack. Playing it forward now to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin wiped out, but Joe Rodon plays the ball over to the opposite wing here for Brendan Aronson. It's a little bit of a wide ball, but here's Aronson. Needs somebody else arriving to help him out, really. Here's Strauch. Yeah, I think Joe Rodon then should have gone for the option on the right rather than all the way out to the left there. I think that's what killed the move. Here's Aronson. Now Gruev. Back across now to Jacobillo. Out wide. James Justin now with the ball. Anthony Gordon and Lewis Miley forcing him. Lewis Hall, forcing him to go back to Rodon. Ampadu, Rodon, Gruev, Ampadu again. Strauch. Newcastle forcing Leeds further and further back here with their press. Ball down the line there from Goodmanson. Miley's managed to get it away, and now to Joe Linton. Unlucky there for Leeds, who couldn't get it back, but now they do. Here's Gruev. Can he slip in Dominic Calvert-Lewin? He can't, but he can play to Anton Stack! Straight into the gloves of Nick Pope from the edge of the box there. Yeah, really unlucky there. Good little bit of play. Yeah, he just plays it into Anton Stack, whose shot is strong, but straight at the goalkeeper, unfortunately. Here's Malik Thiaw. Out to the left wing now for Anthony Gordon. James Justin is out there. Trying to face up against him. Now Hall. Tonali. Goes to shoot from distance. Took a couple of deflections there. Perry was wrong-footed there for a second, but it does go wide in the end. I think it deflected off Stack's studs and then hit Rodon on the thigh and completely changed direction. Corner kick here to Newcastle then. I've got to say, I am biased, of course, but the Leeds away kit is definitely one of the nicest in the league this season. Corner comes in, flicked on there. It's gone over the whole goal from Lewis Miley. Over 100 likes. Thanks for letting me know, Pierre. Yeah, Lewis Miley jumps at the front post and just flicks it over the whole goal. Goal kick to Leeds then is taken quickly. Here's Lucas Perry. Sends that one long. Anton Stack wins the header towards Aronson. Aronson actually wins the second header, and now Calvert-Lewin chests it down. Leeds still coming forward here. Tries to slip a ball through there, Calvert-Lewin to Aronson, but it's hit by the heels of a Newcastle defender. Leeds with another chance to cross, though. This time it's deflected. Justin's pass by Anthony Gordon. It's going to be a chance for Ethan Ampadu to take a long throw into the box here. I don't think it is very Leicester City Wimbledon, though. It's very Leeds United, because Leeds, obviously, not always, but traditionally for the last 50 odd years have been white, yellow and blue. Throw in into the box there. I actually really don't mind a Newcastle fan being in here, Fireworks Gateshead, but Newcastle's a big club. Surely there's Newcastle watch-alongs as well. Yeah, Joe Linton just headed that straight up in the air, and it's going to be a Leeds corner now from that long throw-in. So hopefully a cross leads to a throw-in, which leads to a corner, which leads to a goal. Corner comes in, headed wide. Ratio of set-piece goals this season, Leeds have got the highest in the league, 43%. That can't be right. 43% of the set-pieces we've taken have resulted in goals. Surely not. It's Strauch who keeps getting on the end of these things, but the only problem is you can't get them on target. Yeah, exactly, Andrew, but that was, I hate to tell you this, 76 years ago. Here's Lucas Perry with a left-footed clearance. I didn't know he had a left foot like that. It's gone way over the halfway line. Anton Stack pokes that one outside to Joe Rodon on the right wing. Now Aronson. Drop back to Ampadu. Now across to Strauch. Here's Ampadu. James Justin. Back to Rodon again. Aronson on the edge of the box. Plays it into Calvert-Lewin. Tries to go for a shot. And then Anton Stack. Blazed over the bar there in the end. But Leeds are creating chances. Aronson's been really, really good. Good defending there by Lewis Miley, to be fair. Good little touch there by Ampadu into Stack. Now James Justin, he could have played forward there to Aronson, but instead he's gone backwards, which has put a bit of pressure on us. But it's just hoofed clear by Perry, but only as far as Miley, who can now pick the ball up. Here's Anthony Gordon. Now Joe Linton. Out to the right-hand side here for Harvey Barnes. To the edge of the box now for Tonali. Out wide. Now Harvey Barnes. Looking to try and put the ball in. Saved by Perry. And then away there by Joe Rodon. And a free kick to Leeds, I think. Claims for a handball, I think, from Nick Voltemada, but... So Gordon gets it. Then Harvey Barnes has his shot, which is saved by Perry. And then cleared by Joe Rodon. And I think it was a ridiculous shout for handball there. Yeah, Voltemada calling for a handball is despicable there. What is he doing? Harvey Barnes, most league goals by opponent, Leeds. He scored 6 against. He's definitely our bogeyman. And he is good, don't get me wrong, but he always seems to be so much better against us. He always seems to just whip one in the top corner from outside the box. I'd be happy with that, Ben, to be honest, because it keeps us up. Good ball there into Brendan Aronson. Goes to shoot! Brendan Aronson! He's done it again! Wait, that's the wrong one. It's Leeds that scored, not Newcastle. Oh my God. Aronson's just blasted one in from the edge of the box. 1-0 to Leeds. No, it's not fireworks. You can feel free to stay as much as you like. But you might not want to after that. What a goal, Brendan Aronson. Tiao's having an absolute stinker. Falls over Calvert-Lewin, plays it straight into Aronson, who just blasts it in the bottom corner. Wow. That's now, I think, 4 goals, 2 assists this season. He's really on a good run of form. Assist for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Aronson takes it first time, nice and early, blasts it in the bottom corner. Come on. I see. No, it's his 3rd goal this season. I think he may have 3 goals, 3 assists. Come on, Leeds. Here's Lewis Hall. Now Tonali. Now Barnes. But like, why are we just points from losing positions this season? Newcastle 0. So they've never come back in a game yet this season. That doesn't mean that they won't, but it makes for good reading. Here's Anton Stack striding forwards. Plays the ball to Gabriel Goodmanson, who's got the run on Joe Linton here. He's still going Goodmanson. Goodmanson tries to flick it across the box. See, the thing is, that's it's just the way the game is, but Joe Linton definitely affects what Goodmanson's doing there. It's not necessarily enough for it to be a foul, but it means that Goodmanson can't do what he wants to do with the ball, and I don't know, it's that grey area, isn't it? I didn't enjoy that at all. We had a real good run going then. Here's Miley. Now Tiao. Tonali. Tiao. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Ball forward to Joe Linton here. Good foot there and cleared away in the end by Jakubiyol. Now Anton Stack trying to get the ball away from Lewis Hall. Still got it here, Newcastle, though. Here's Harvey Barnes. Back now to Tonali, taking it out wide here. Little chipped ball through to Lewis Miley. Now Tonali. I did, Stephen, after the Villa game, because in that game, everybody could see that it was all going wrong and things were changing against us. And Brentford are 1-0 up against Sunderland, by the way. And he didn't make any decisions to help the situation. Unai Emery changed the whole game by changing his subs, and we just couldn't do it, and that's where it got to. But since we've changed this formation, it's been ridiculous. Leeds are playing in the blue away kit, the blue and yellow away kit. Here's Harvey Barnes. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Back out wide to Barnes here. Aronson now on his defensive duties, trying to stop Barnes. Back to Bruno. Now down the line to Lewis Miley. Cleared in. Crossed in, headed away by... Leeds can't take a swing at that, and it's 1-1. It's Harvey bloody Barnes. Honestly, Harvey Barnes. Why does he always score against us? Thanks, Barry. Why does he always score against us? I don't know what we're doing there, because here's Lewis Miley. Crosses it in. Strauch heads it away, okay. It's headed back in. Strauch there. Why didn't he swing at that and just clear it? There was nobody around him. Maybe it was a little bit too far away from him. Yeah. We seem to keep doing this, don't we? But we have been dominant in this game, which is a good sign, but it's frustrating to concede straight away, isn't it? James Justin tried to cross that one in, but it's going to go for I think it's actually a goal kick. Or is it yeah, I think it's a goal kick. Could have just let him carry on, to be honest. He is now Malik Tiao. Oh, there's been a coming together in the midfield there. A couple of players, Ampadu and Bruno, I think, ran into each other. Ball down the wing here for Joe Linton to chase. Yakubiyol trying to stop him. Oh, he's been done now, Yakubiyol, and he's going to get himself a yellow card. Oh, he's not been given. Gordon shoots, and then it's cleared away by Leeds. Should probably have been a yellow card to Yakubiyol there. Here's Joe Linton. That is a foul that time from Ampadu on Tonali there. Yeah, we would have done, Rob. It's just annoying, isn't it, to go 1-0 up and then just instantly concede. Look, why can't we hold on to a lead? Yeah, and it's away from home as well, Pierre, isn't it? Oh, it's hit the post. Newcastle have just hit the post. The ball just went through absolutely everyone, and it just bounced and hit the post. Barnes tries to play it back forwards. Voltemada is going to go for that, but no, Lucas Perry's there. Throw by Lucas Perry is absolutely ridiculous. Good touch by Aronson as well. That's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Yeah, Anthony Gordon, it goes through absolutely everyone. No one touches it, and it hits the post on that set piece before. Oh, I think Miley actually gets a touch on it. They're in here. Newcastle, the pass from Joe Linton is cut out, though, by Yakubiyol. And Leeds escape. Ball down the line here. James Justin trying to chase it with Malik Tiao a bit faster than him. Plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper. I don't know. It's been a weird league this season. It really has. Ball back out. Look, we need to stop doing this because it gets to the point where it's just one long ball forward, goes through everyone in the box, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in by the corner flag. But one long ball forward to Gordon. To Hall. Down the line, Gordon plays it across the box. Could have easily been 2-1. We really need to wake up. We just need to be honest, I think until half-time, we need to sit in, defend like we did against Liverpool, and go again in the second half. Like, they are going to be on top for the next few minutes, and luckily for us, half-time is 5 minutes away, so if we can if we can really just sit in and defend, not push too many players forward, just until half-time, you don't want to concede again whilst they've got momentum, do you? Here's Aronson. Just get rid of the ball, Aronson. Strouk's just giving it straight away, but now Gruev picks it up. Into Anton Stack. Calvert-Lewin here. Gruev. Oh, Gruev's done really well. Gets the ball to... Oh, nearly gets the ball to Aronson, but Tonali's defending was really good there. Cleared by Nick Pope. Strouk played that to Perry. Yeah, it really should have made its way to Brendan Aronson. Jacobi all close there to giving away the ball in a terrible position. 116th, Pierre. That'll be somewhere in League One, won't it? Somewhere in League Two, sorry. Here's Jacobi. Now Ampadu. Back to Strouk. Does Aronson only score in games where it doesn't actually count for anything? Here's Aronson. Now Gruev. Good little header there by James Justin, but Shea made the right decision. Since we scored, we haven't had a shot or really anything. Ball back to Nick Pope, who clears it left-footed. Here's Ashley Barnes. Sorry, not Ashley Barnes. Harvey Barnes. Too many Barnes. Here's Lewis Hall. Back again to Tonali. Hall again. James Justin. Here's Anton Stack. Down the line here to James Justin again. Back to Anton Stack. Leeds still going here. Calvert-Lewin back to Aronson. Leeds charging forwards. Aronson's pass back to Calvert-Lewin didn't make it through the Newcastle players. Brentford 2, Sunderland 0. Thanks for the update, Karen. Who's Bruno Guimaraes? Now Miley. Bogle's probably is better than James Justin, but I think James Justin's been really good in his time on the pitch. I think he's changing his mic pack out, the referee here. Either that or it's just fallen out and he needs it to be put back in again. Yeah, when we watch that one back, Aronson's charging forwards. It's the right pass to try and make, but it just hits Shea instead of... Maybe you could have lifted it over the top, but that would have been harder for Calvert-Lewin to run onto. Referee's back on the pitch now after having his mic pack reattached. So... should be underway any second now. Here's Malik Chow. Oh, Bogle's not on the bench. Here's Fabian Schär. Now Lewis Hall. Trying to play the ball forward here. Now Gordon. Coming towards the box. Tries to cross it in. It's gone over everybody there. It's 3 minutes added on here. It's gone over everybody. Could have easily been 2-1 there to Newcastle. Tonali back out wide again to Harvey Barnes. Ball into the box. Away by Aronson here. Get rid of it, Aronson. Stop trying to dribble around with it. Aronson now trying to track Voltemada out on the wing. Bit of a mismatch there physically. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Tonali trying to play the ball into the box. Joe Linton back to Tonali again. Gruev trying to stop him. Perry catches it. Brentford now 3-0 up. Long throw by Lucas Perry. Headed away by Miley. Now Ampadu gets wiped out there by Joe Linton. It's going to be a Leeds free kick. Yeah, he went underneath him where he flipped, where someone goes for a header and the other person just takes out the leg, so they kind of go from upright to horizontal. Thanks, Metal. Ball coming into the box. Here's Calvert-Lewin. There's a shout for handball there. Penalty! Penalty to Leeds! Malik Thiaw is having an absolute stinker in this game. It's been given. We'll have to obviously have a VAR check. Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. He goes like that and hits it. That's a handball. No, to me, if Leeds had done that, I'd go, oh, God, that's definitely a penalty. So I think I am genuinely being fair here. But Malik Thiaw has fallen and gone like that and battered it. It might not be intentional, but he's done it with his hands away from his body, and he's had time to... I think that's got to be given. Surely that can't be overturned. Calvert-Lewin will be taking it. What? How is the commentator saying that that's incredibly harsh? Oh, that commentator, I'm sorry, but that is the most biased bollocks I've ever seen. Are you kidding me? Like, yes, he's off balance. Yes, he's fighting with Calvert-Lewin, but if Calvert-Lewin had fallen over and handballed it like that, then it would have been a free kick in the other direction. Anthony Gordon got booked then as well. Yep. Handball, penalty. Calvert-Lewin is going to take it. Come on, Calvert-Lewin. Please finish this. Come on, Dom. Back of the net, please. Strong penalty. Premier League penalty record. He's missed... He's scored 6 out of 7, but hold on, he literally missed one the other week, but it came back out to him and he scored the rebound. Calvert-Lewin. Penalty. Yes! 2-1. 2-1 to Leeds. Come on! 2-1 to Leeds right before half-time. Come on! Come on, Leeds! Hey, what a time to be a Leeds fan, eh? We're playing well, we're scoring goals, and we're doing all right in the Premier League. Come on. Come on. It can't. How can you say it's harsh? How can you say that penalty is harsh? He's fallen over and punched the ball. He punched the ball. The grey area, he's saying. I can't, Pierre. It literally is when it is. Like, when the timer... like, this is as up-to-date as I can possibly be. Don't look at SofaScore. SofaScore will just spoil it, and then you won't get the reaction. Well, it's a good time for it to be half-time, isn't it? Goodmanson heads it away. Oh my God, they're coming back into the box. He's fallen over there. And it's a free kick in the other direction, and Joe Linton's going to get a yellow card for diving in the box. Celebrate good times. Come on. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that. They're getting very frustrated, Newcastle here. Thank you so much for the super chat there. Yeah, dive. Absolute dive there. He wants to just instantly win a penalty back. Well, that's shocking, that. I'm glad he got a yellow card. But that's like 4 Newcastle players on a yellow card, you know. It's getting very angry, Joe Linton. Thank you so much, Pierre, for the £2 super sticker as well. Appreciate that. Joe Linton's 5th yellow card this season. Yeah, they're getting very angry. Thanks, Pierre, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. And that is half time, and all the Newcastle fans are booing. All the players are crying. Ooh, doesn't that taste sweet? They're about 4 yellow cards in. They've given away a penalty, and we really shouldn't have conceded that goal. I think we've been very, very dominant in this game, other than that little period after 32 minutes when we'd scored. His name's not Linton. His name's not Joe space Linton. It's all one word. It's Joe Linton. Right. I'll be back in just a second. As we usually have a little customary short halftime break. I'll be back in just a second, and we can discuss the goings on of that first half. But for now, Leeds 2, Newcastle 1 at halftime. Hello. Let's react to some of the comments from half time then. Great first half, super entertaining. That Aronson goal was brilliant, of course. I'm biased as an American. Yeah, but it was a really good goal. He took it early, which is always good to stop a goalkeeper being able to react to it. He struck it well with enough power behind it to take it past Nick Pope, who's a very good Premier League goalkeeper. Yeah, very good goal. That's true as well, Goz, because we do have a habit of conceding in the straight away at the start of the second half. We're a point ahead of Bournemouth in 15th. Yeah, as it stands, we are, yeah. Fulham 1, Chelsea 1. Thank you, Karen. Everton down to 10 players. Look, if with Joe Linton's reaction after his yellow card, I couldn't. I've seen that given as a second yellow. The ref just says, "You know what? I've had enough. I'm sending you off." It would, yeah. If we were to score a couple more, that would be amazing. Give us a bit of breathing room as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, Brendan was really good. Brendan Aronson was really good in that first half, and he's been really good over the last kind of 4 or 5 games. He's been a big part of what has gone well for us, really. Scum are still losing 1-0. We don't. The thing is, in this situation, we don't actually want Scum to lose because they're against Burnley, who we need to lose. Chow got a yellow card, double jeopardy. I think. It was unintentional, the handball that Malik Chow did in the box. If it was intentional, he would have got a second yellow and gone off, but it was unintentional. So it was a handball, but it wasn't him to be personally penalised for it. Now Fulham 2-1 against Chelsea. Calvert-Lewin doesn't touch him. He comes around the back and handles it. He's not even off balance. It's deliberate action. Great call by the ref. I think there is a bit of off balance, and that's why I think it's not been given, just as I just said. Has it finished, the Burnley Scum game? Can't have done. No, it's half time. Someone just said they beat them. No, I'm sorry, and I hate Scum, but we need Man United to win. We actually need Man United to win. Is my timer still going? We need Burnley to lose because of the league table. We have to, Burnley go up to 15 points ahead of West Ham, whereas if they lose or draw, they only stay on 12 or 11. So we need them to lose to stay away from us, really. When we get a little bit better and further up the league, yeah, we can worry about whether Man United lose or not. But the moment, we need them to win. Imagine all three promoted teams stay up, and Forest, Wolves, and West Ham went down to Championship. Will be mad next season. Yeah, but I think it's going to be Burnley. I think West Ham, Forest have got too much, and Burnley will go down with the other two, hopefully. Yeah, I've only just got to this comment, Ruggy, but thanks. Yeah. Unfortunately, at the moment, we have to have Man United win. Look, when you're a newly promoted side, you've got to hope that your relegation rivals lose. and whether that's against your bitter rivals or not, you've got to. All we need to do is make sure we gain points and keep our future in our hands and not rely on gifts. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing as well. That's what the last Premier League season that we had, we were relying a little bit on other teams, weren't we? And in the end, it just all came apart. When did Free Falling say something? Because people are all saying hi to Free Falling. Ah, there you are. Hi, Free Falling. Thank you for... Wait, let me just check. I'm pretty sure that you're our top fan of the week from the last game, because you had the highest super chat. I'm pretty sure. Just wanted to check, because I'm thanking you, but I can't remember if it was you that I've set. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Bournemouth 2-2 Spurs, Brentford 3-0 Sunderland, Palace 0-0 Villa. Yeah, it was Free Falling there. You can see it at the bottom. Thank you, Free Falling, for your super chat last time. That makes you top fan of the week. Everton Wolves 1-1, Fulham Chelsea 2-1 to Fulham, Manchester City against Brighton 1-1, Burnley 1, Manchester United 0, Newcastle 1, Leeds 2, of course. Jack Grealish sent off for clapping the ref. They've had 2 sent off. Michael Keane scored a goal, then got sent off, and Jack Grealish had been sent off as well. Still 1-1 though. Wolves are only going to pick up 1 point from that. 7 points there on Wolves. Wolves won a game this season. Or was it against Man United that they won? Oh no, they won their last game. Bloody hell, they won their last game. They won against West Ham 3-0, but before that, they haven't won a single game. Yeah. Newcastle are going to make some subs, by the way. Sven Botman and Tino Livramento are going to be coming on for Newcastle. He's had a stinker, hasn't he, Malik Thiaw? Tino Livramento, Leeds players are starting to come out the tunnel now, or come into the tunnel at least, but I'm not sure who the substitutions are for. Sven Botman's coming on. I wonder if that's for Malik Thiaw. I imagine it probably is. Yeah, it is. It's for Malik Thiaw, so Botman comes on for Thiaw. And then number 8, Tonali's going to come off for Livramento. The substitution should be on the screen for Newcastle now. I'll leave them on there just for a little bit so everyone can see who's rejoining and stuff. We are underway, though, here in the second half. Thank you, Ankalima12, for the £3 super chat for another Leeds goal. Thank you very much. Everybody make sure you like the super chats as well when they come in. Oh, and I actually missed one as well. Sorry about that. Free Falling. Free Falling sent a super chat as well, a super sticker it was, for £5 as well. I completely missed that. Here it is. Thank you as well to Free Falling for the £5 there. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Back underway again here. Here's Livramento. I think it's Lewis Miley that's gone into midfield for Tonali, and Livramento's gone out to play at right back. Here's Botman. Now Schär. Who did Newcastle sign Fabian Schär from? Here's Livramento. I remember him playing for someone else, but I can't remember who it was. Here's Guimaraes now, trying to come forward with the ball. Little chip out to the wing, headed back a bit aimlessly there, but now Calvert-Lewin can try and take a touch around Botman, but Schär, but Schär too strong for him. Good challenge there by James Justin, but couldn't quite keep that one in. Bournemouth have scored a very late goal, potentially a winner. Remember, guys, absolutely happy. In fact, I actively encourage scores from around the ground, around the grounds, but the goals in this game, please don't say until I've reacted to them. I'll Google it for you, Pierre. I'm not actually sure. YouTube takes 30%. Pierre, YouTube takes 30%. Here's Sven Botman. Now Schär out to the right-hand side. Botman. Ball forward into Joe Linton. Now out wide here to Lewis Hall. Tries to cross it in towards the back post. It's a good cross if anyone was there, but there was no one there, and it goes all the way through for a throw-in. Burnley 1, Scum 1. Well, to be honest, that's good for us. Unfortunately, that's good for us. Throw in there. Header away by Jacobillo. Here's Nick Pope. Out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall trying to come forward. That's going to be a foul by Anton Stack there. Free kick to Newcastle. Taken quickly, and then we continue here. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Ball out now to Anthony Gordon. He's got Lewis Hall preparing to go beyond him. Here is Lewis Hall trying to cross it in. James Justin gets a good foot on it, and it's going to be a corner kick to Newcastle. Thanks, CB. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Super sticker, sorry. I should say. Yeah, Cucurella has also been sent off. There's been a lot of red cards today. 3 or 4, maybe more than that. Corner coming in then from Bruno Guimaraes. Ball into the box. It's the roof of the net, and it's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Really poor corner kick. Directly onto the roof of the net, by the way. Not didn't take a header or anything. It was just directly onto the roof of the net. Helly just saying, hello everyone, I'm new to this channel. This must be one of the longest we've held on to a lead for a while. Admittedly, most of that was half-time. Yeah, as long as we don't concede straight away now, I'll enjoy that joke even more. No worries, CB. Thank you very much. Rodon then with the throw in here. I thought Sunderland should have had cards for their challenges on Rodon that injured him for a few weeks. He's done well to come back so quickly, Rodon. Yeah, Leeds have been stronger in the second halves recently, Pierre, haven't they? Here's Rodon then with the throw-in. Marching on together, rings out around St James's Park. Clearance there by Goodmanson. Botman backed into Calvert-Lewin there, and Calvert-Lewin cannot believe that was a free kick and to Newcastle, and neither can I. How on earth is that a free kick to Newcastle? Honestly, if anyone who's watching it, that there is absolutely ridiculous. Aronson back to Goodmanson, cleared down the line, headed away by Botman. Foul there by Ampadu, but play on here from Newcastle. Couple of fouls in there from Leeds players, but we've still got an advantage here for Newcastle as they come forward. Here's Harvey Barnes. Dropped back off now. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Now Joe Linton. Does well there, Calvert-Lewin, just to do enough. Stack still striding forwards here. Leeds have got 4 players running forwards. Rodon's decided he doesn't want to anymore. Here's Aronson. Goes to shoot. Good save there in the end by Nick Pope. Good break there by Leeds. And it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Good save by Nick Pope in the end, but it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Anton Stack to take. Honestly, if a Leeds header gets on this now and it makes it 3-1, that is just dreamland. Ball into the box. Nick Voltemada gets a little bit of a touch on it. Gruev picks it up, though, on the opposite wing as it flicks off Voltemada's head. It's going to be a Gruev mistake there to make it a Newcastle throw-in. I don't know what just happened then. Dan James, do you mean, Andrew? I'm not sure how long he's going to be out for. Clearance there by Hall. Headed back towards the box by Jakabiyol. Then away by Cher. Bit more of an accurate clearance, that one, to Miley, who sets off running now. Sorry, Livramento. Now Harvey Barnes out on the right wing. He's got Miley in support, but instead goes himself, cuts inside here. Looking for a pass. Bruno Guimaraes back out wide here to Lewis Miley, who can just about keep it in. Back to the edge of the box here for Bruno Guimaraes. She tries to poke it in. That's a really good goal. That's a really good goal. We cannot hold on to a lead. We cannot hold on to a lead. Outside of the foot, Trivella cross into the box from Bruno Guimaraes. Leeds all think the ball's gone out of play, which is just so stupid. And he's onside, Joe Linton, as well. It's a really good header. It's a fantastic header, by the way, but for us to switch off when the ball goes out to the wing like that, when Lewis Miley's doing that, is unforgivable. We just keep conceding. It's a really, really good finish, but it's just like, why do we keep doing this? Switching off in key moments and conceding. Come on, Leeds, let's shut them up again. Here's Aronson charging forwards. Back out to Stack, who tries to cross it in. It's going to be a Leeds corner. If we can get a corner and just score it now, wouldn't that be unbelievable? It's that we just switched off thinking the ball was going to go out of play there, and because Miley kept it in, everyone was like, oh, crap, we need to go out to the ball now. The thing is with Newcastle, they've also got Joe Linton, Botman, Voltemada, Share, loads of big players who can come and do a job defensively on these set pieces. Corner comes in from Anton Stack, goes over everybody, only to the edge of the box where Strauch heads it back and Leeds retain possession. Here's Gabriel Goodmanson, who's going to go all the way back to Lucas Perry, who hoofs that one forwards. Strauch with a really good touch there. Now Aronson, little flicking towards the box, away by Botman. Strauch brings that one down. Back now to Goodmanson again. That's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Chance for Ampadu to maybe throw it to the edge of the box and get a flick on. Come on, Leeds. It's not even the way we defend, it's like the moments where we switch off. How far back is he telling him to go? Ampadu's long throw in. It does make its way into the box. Back out to him again. Heads it back into the box. Calvert-Lewin nearly gets there. Botman gets the last touch, and it's going to be a goal kick. I thought Botman got the last touch there. I'm assuming that you're American, Ben. I can tell from your last statement because pissed in English means drunk. But in American, it means angry. His Botman. Ball down the line. Gordon flicks that one onto Voltemada. Good tackle in there by Jacobi Yol, and now Ampadu wins it back. Strauch with the ball in the halfway line. Calvert-Lewin tries to get on the end of that. It's going to roll out eventually for a Newcastle goal kick there. Leeds winning the ball back there. Goodmanson tackled in the end. And now, surely to go, Bruno Guimaraes is going to get himself a yellow card for coming and screaming at the ref like that. It's dissent. It's a good tackle by Stack, and then he handballs it, Bruno Guimaraes. It's a throw-in for Leeds in the end. Ampadu's throw-in comes to the edge of the box, away by Joe Linton. This time Stack picks it up. Now Goodmanson sends that one back forwards towards Aronson. Aronson, I think, takes a little bit of a handball there, but nothing given yet. Here's Livramento. Back to Nick Pope, who clears it. Becoming a little bit of a scrappy game. I think... here's Aronson. I think Tanaka for Gruev is a good shout at some point soon. 60th minute, I'd do it now. Strauch getting ready to send that one down the line. Calvert-Lewin can't get there, but Stack can chase it down, and Pope came way out for it. Lucky for him that he got there in time. Yeah, look, I think Tanaka to come on for Gruev. It's another long throw-in opportunity for Ampadu. At Elland Road, he's got towels set up all around to be able to use, but he's having to use his shirt here because they obviously don't want to let him set up for it. Throw in by Ampadu to the corner of the box. Flicked on. Voltemada's going to try and clear this one here. Good tackle by Leeds, and now Bijol gives it back to Aronson. Aronson down the line here, back into Bijol. Good feet from Bijol. Ball across the box. Calvert-Lewin tries to get there. Goalkeeper's dived on it. Jakob Bijol did so well to get the ball across there. Great feet by Jakob Bijol, by the way. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable from Jakob Bijol for that position to get a ball into that area. Here's Bruno Guimaraes back down the line again for him with the 1-2. Leeds trying to nick the ball off them there, but it's backfired, and now here comes Lewis Miley. Ball down the line here towards Harvey Barnes. He's going to try and cross it early. Great defending there from James Justin. That is fantastic defending. And Gudmundsson's made it a Leeds United goal kick as well. It's a really good move forward here by Newcastle. The ball across the box is going straight to Anthony Gordon, and James Justin gets a great touch on it. It's really, really good defending. Yeah, the thing is as well, Andrew's mentioned, we're playing away at St James's Park, which is a similar kind of cauldron to go to as Elland Road. And we're playing really well. It looks like we're both Champions League sides. Botman comes forward and wins that header. Strout wins that one against Voltemada. Now Bijol with a ball forward out to the right-hand side towards James Justin, who's done well to get the header on that. But unfortunately, it's going to be Botman who gets there first. Gives it back to Pope, and now out to Fabian Schär. Schär with a long clearance forward there. Away by Strauch again. Gudmundsson gets a flick, but he can't get enough on it really to do anything with it. Here's Livramento. He's given the ball straight to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's giving it back there to Gruev. Oh, that is a Leeds free. That is a Leeds throw-in. I can see it from here. The referee is shocking. The referee is absolutely shocking. I could see that it rolled over a Newcastle player's foot because it's rolling normally, and then it takes a little bobble off his foot. Shocking there. Should have been a Leeds throw-in, that. Burnley level again. Here's Ampadu as he heads it away. Joe Linton is just left to get the ball there. No one even tried to challenge him. Here's Lewis Hall. Now Gordon with a great turn. Oh, it's gone past Strauch as well. Now the ball out to the left-hand side for Harvey Barnes. Puts it across the box. Ampadu gets the telling touch there to stop Lewis Hall at the back post. Again, look, it's the exact same situation where you play it out to the wing. Harvey Barnes puts the ball across. He's offside, though, Lewis Hall. He's offside, Lewis Hall. But what a challenge by Ampadu. Does so well there, Ampadu. Another corner, though, here to Newcastle. Ball comes into the box. Punched away by Perry. Ball bobbling around. No one can clear it. That's cleared eventually. Saved. Saved again. Cleared by Gruev. I think it hit the post as well. I'm sure there was a handball in there from a Newcastle player at some point, but Jesus. Gudmundsson's down, and I think another Leeds player's down there. So the ball comes in. Perry punches it away. Cleared by Strauch, then the shot by Schär onto the post, back in, saved by Perry, then cleared. I think it's actually Perry that injures Gudmundsson and Bijol there. Bloody hell. I don't know what the hell happened there. It's going to be a throw in here to Newcastle, but I think Tanaka, and you know what? I also think a bit of Metcher as well to put his physical presence out about a bit, I think. Ball to come in the box from that cross, headed away by Yakubiyol, only to the edge. Away by Leeds. Here's Ampadu with a good ball forwards towards Aronson here. He can't quite get there ahead of Harvey Barnes there, who's just too quick for him. If that was any other Newcastle player apart from Anthony Gordon, Aronson probably gets there first. Here's Joe Linton. Ball forward here, given away though by Newcastle. Good little touch there by Yakubiyol, and now Ampadu. Goodmanson was screaming for the ball there, but he's going to slow things down, Ampadu, and give it to Rodon. Gruev now into Strauch. Here's Goodmanson. Now Strauch again. Gruev across now to Yakubiyol as he strides into the Newcastle half. Good ball from him into Stack. First time ball out wide to Justin. Now back to Rodon again. Ampadu. Back to Gruev. There's a lot of space out on the opposite side there. Strauch can find Goodmanson now. Aronson making a little run. Goodmanson takes it himself. He's going to try and cross it here. Good cross by Goodmanson towards the back post. James Justin hits the bar! James Justin hits the bar and it's cleared away. That was so close. That was so close to 3-2 to Leeds. It's a great ball by Goodmanson. Nick Pope's in no man's land. Justin hits the bar and then it bounces back out and Calvert-Lewin can't get to it. Oh. You just can't believe how close we can get. Open goal, hits the bar, nearly falls at Calvert-Lewin's feet. Corner comes in from Leeds, headed on, bouncing up in the air. Nick Pope catches it in the end. Long throw in here by Nick Pope. It's bounced over Anthony Gordon and Gruev can head it back to Justin. Here's Rodon. Now Gruev. Back across to Yakubiyol. Back to Gruev again. Ampadu. Nice little pass out to James Justin. Justin with a poor pass there. Joel, he slid in as well and given away his position. Good tackling by Gruev though on Joe Linton. Aisha Rose saying James Justin's been class in these last few. I really think he has been really, really good, hasn't he? He's done a lot better than even what I expected him to do. Here's Gruev. Ampadu. Newcastle keep leaving the giving the ball away. James Justin pokes that one back to Joe Rodon. Bloody Jaden Anthony scored again. Here's a ball there from Aronson for Calvert-Lewin was just cut out there by Fabian Schär. Did anybody ever tell me who Fabian Schär used to play for? Here's Anton Stack, because he's stepped up every time Newcastle have stepped up, and like he's keeping Sven Botman out the side. And Sven Botman's a very, very good player, so Fabian Schär's he's stepped up every time they've needed to. They signed him at a time where he was just kind of like an average Premier League signing. I want to know where he came from. Miley's got the ball here on the opposite side now. Carrying the ball forward. Oh no, he was at Deportivo La Coruña and then joined Newcastle straight from there for €3 million. And he's still going in the Champions League and stuff. Ball out to the wing again here. Here's Livramento. Tries to cross it in. It's a bit deep, but it's gone all the way to Anthony Gordon on the opposite side. Crosses it into the box. Away by Yakubiyol and then away by Goodmanson. Now Aronson. Trying to run away with the ball there. He's done well, Aronson. He needs to keep battling here. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Now Leeds have won the ball back. Here's Ampadu with the ball out to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin still going here. Calvert-Lewin, he's tackled eventually, and it's going to be a Leeds. Oh, it's a free kick to Newcastle apparently. Newcastle players rolling around on the floor here. Fabian Schär. I think he might have just had his Nadjas stood on there by Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, the way. Yeah, that seems like he wants to be. Oh, it's his ankle, I think. It's his ankle. I think Calvert-Lewin lands on his ankle. I think he might have to come off here, Fabian Schär. To be fair, I know what free falling means. He doesn't mean scrappy as it. The ball keeps being turned over all the time with bad passes from both sides, and therefore it goes back and forth, and that's the kind of scrappy he means, I think, because that's what I would say maybe you could describe it as. Newcastle are, of course, Fabian Schär was the one who's been injured, but it's Jacob Murphy and Jacob Ramsey, I think, are both getting ready. Oh, no, Jacob Ramsey's getting ready, and Wisser is getting ready as well. Yeah, I do think we need to make some subs. I think Fabian Schär's getting some paramedics coming on to see him now, I think, as well. Oh, Jacob Murphy and Jacob Ramsey and Jacob Wisser as well are all coming on. I haven't seen a single Leeds sub getting ready yet, but I think Gruev off, Tanaka on makes sense to me. Possibly putting Mecha on as well to push back a bit on the aerial threat. Yeah, I think he's getting a stretcher here, Fabian Schär. So I'm not sure who's going to go and play centre-back, to be honest, though. Yeah, there's going to be a few. There's definitely going to be a few minutes added on because of all this. But Fabian Schär is currently still on the pitch, being moved onto a stretcher at the moment. Players will start to get cold at this rate. Still waiting on the Newcastle substitute here. It's been a belter of a game, this one, hasn't it? But you've got to feel like we should be ahead with the chances that we've had. It's a really good. They got their second goal. We should have been out to them quicker, but the actual finish itself is really, really impressive from Joe Linton. Yeah, I'd like to see a bit of Mecha and Tanaka, but I don't know. If it doesn't seem like we're making any subs anytime soon. Fabian Schär is being moved onto a stretcher now. He's finally on a stretcher. Looks like now we're going to be able to see the substitutes come on for Newcastle. It was just a freak accident, that one. He just happened to fall on top of him. So Visser and Jacob Ramsey are coming on. So Voltamada is coming off for Wisser. And Jacob Ramsey is coming on for Schär. Don't know who's going to go and play centre-back with Botman, to be honest, but I don't know what number Jacob Ramsey is either, to be honest. So yeah, Miley might have to go centre-back. So Jacob Ramsey is number 41. So those are the substitutes for Newcastle. Back underway again here. Maybe Aronson. Yes, Aronson's having a very good game, but Aronson tends to gas out when it comes later on into the games. He tends to run out of steam a bit. Leeds putting a bit of pressure on the back line. Yeah, it is Lewis Miley who's going to sit in there, very inexperienced and also playing in a position that he's not used to as well. As much of a good youngster he is, it's really a time to try and put the pressure on him at centre-back. I mean, to be honest, you can't be as bad as Malik Thiaw. Yakubiyol knocks that one back forward. Calvert-Lewin does really well there. Aronson plays it back out wide to Goodmanson here. Goodmanson still going. Goodmanson unfortunately runs that one out for a goal kick. Noah Okafor is being prepared for Leeds. I can see the merits, really, of putting Okafor on in this game. Just a bit of magic to open something up. But here come Newcastle. Here's Livramento. Now out wide here to Harvey Barnes. Back to Jacob Ramsey. Now Guimaraes. Little ball poked through away by Yakubiyol. Goodmanson's going to have to deal with this. And in the end, he does. He does well, actually. Good little flick there by Aronson to just take it on a little bit further than it would have gone. Calvert-Lewin couldn't get to it, though, unfortunately. Here's Botman. Now Miley. Here's Harvey Barnes. Goes to cross it. Good block there by Goodmanson as he sends that one down the line. Calvert-Lewin challenging for it. Calvert-Lewin's got it off Miley, but Miley's won it back. It is going to be a Leeds throw-in, though, and maybe a chance now for the Swiss forward Noah Okafor to make his way onto the pitch. Ampadu is just coming forward here to grab the ball for this long throw-in. Okafor still is getting instructions from Daniel Farker on the touchline. He's probably going to wait for the next. Stop and play to bring on Okafor. Here's Yakubiyol now with the ball in the centre circle. Long switch of play. Actually, no, not a switch of play. Good ball to Calvert-Lewin. James Justin tried to just chest it into the path of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and it nearly worked. Here's Stack. Steps over it. Little ball forward there. It's cut out, unfortunately. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Charging forward here. Plays the ball to Wissa. But Gruev can win it back. Gruev with a fantastic ball here into Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson shoots! Brendan Aronson scores again! Leeds 3! Newcastle 2! He's step overs and then banged it in the bottom corner. Aronson scored again. Leeds 3, Newcastle 2. How about that, eh? Gruev with a fantastic ball there to pick out Aronson. Couple of step overs from Aronson. Just opens up that space. Post and in. Bottom of the post and in. Leeds 3, Newcastle 2. And if that's not worth hitting the sub for, I don't know what is. Wow. Great finish by Brendan Aronson. He's on fire. Don't quote me saying we should have took him off. The only thing is, we've got 10 minutes to go. Apart from, we've probably got another 10 minutes after that as well because of that stoppage. Anton Stack is the one coming off. Stack is off for Okafor, which means Aronson's going to go and take Stack's place, and Okafor's going to play up front with. So in fact, I'm actually going to do that. Okafor. Ball into the box here by Newcastle towards the back post. Hits the side netting. Okafor is number 19. and Aronson is number 11. I'll put him back in midfield. So as I press play there you go. Anthony Gordon coming off for Newcastle. I'm not going to do any more of Newcastle substitutes. We need to see Leeds, not Newcastle. Jacob Murphy is coming on for Anthony Gordon. Leeds look like that now. Okafor and Calvert-Lewin are up front. Aronson drops back into midfield and takes that Anton Stack role, and it's going to be a nervy closing 10 minutes plus probably about 7 minutes added time. Joe Linton there still going with the ball, loses out though. James Justin with a poor touch, but it's going to be a free kick to Newcastle regardless. Bruno Guimaraes plays that one back to Botman. Here's Jacob Ramsey, forced to go backwards there by Okafor. Okafor should have fresh legs in the... Helly saying Brendan is on fire at the moment. He's been really, really good over the last kind of 5 or 6 games on this run that we've had unbeaten. And he's getting goals now, adding goals to his games as well. To his game as well. Here's Miley, the makeshift centre-back in the absence of Fabian Schär, of course, with that injury. Ball down the line here from Bruno Guimaraes. Back to him again. Looking for a way through this Leeds block. Leeds have got a lot of players back here. Miley. Ramsey. Ball down the line here. Chance to cross it. Cross comes into the box. Away by Strauch. Aronson is going to... it was... The bounce did him there. Aronson wasn't able to do it. Joe Linton goes to shoot from distance. Poor shot in the end. It would be good, Betty's eldest, wouldn't it, if Aronson did get his hat trick. Good throw there by Perry. He's taken to just throwing it now, I think. Shots in this game, 12 for both sides. Both sides have had 5 on target. Both sides have had 26 touches in the opposition box for Newcastle, 21 touches in the opposition box for Leeds. Leeds have had 39% possession, they've had 61, but it's been a very, very even game statistically. Lewis Miley with the ball out to the right wing now. Cross coming into the box. It's deep, headed away by James Justin. It's going to be picked up though by Lewis Hall. Cross to come in, blocked there by James Justin and Aronson together. Now Bruno Guimaraes, good ball there, back to Lewis Hall. Can he cross it in? Ball coming in. Goodmanson gets a little flick on it, and it's going to be a corner kick to Newcastle. Just had to get rid of it there, Goodmanson. Corner then to come in now from Newcastle. Come on, Leeds. Come on, Leeds. Let's get a strong header away as the corner comes in. Headed over the bar. Oh, no, not over the bar. On the line by Calvert-Lewin or Strauch. One of them headed it off the line there. And then eventually it's away for another corner. It's a real looping one. And then, yeah, Strauch heads it away. Another corner. Come on, Leeds. Ball in. It's bouncing around. It's cleared. Visser just past the post. Wide in the end. Yet again, Leeds get away with it. So many. It's such chaos in that box from those corners. The ball just bobbling around and then Visser just mishits it and it goes wide. I don't think 12. I'm thinking 7 or 8. Maybe 8 minutes added on, I think, to this. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, Lucas Metcher's getting prepared to come on now. Metcher is going to replace Calvert-Lewin, by the way. Lucas Perry's going to send this one long. I think I've got no problem with taking Calvert-Lewin off for Metcher. He's he's run his pan off Calvert-Lewin, so I think maybe giving him a bit of a break is a good thing. Okafor does so well there to run back and do that defensive work against Jacob Murphy. Both fresh legs from substitutes, but Okafor does really well. That's a foul by Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, Leeds want to make the substitute now. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin's coming off and Lucas Mecha is coming on. Well played, Calvert-Lewin. Ampadu just telling Dominic Calvert-Lewin to slow down. Well, Lucas Mecha makes his way onto the pitch then for the final few minutes here. Come on, Leeds. Let's hold on to it. Here's Livramento. Now Botman. Hopefully Newcastle throws so many players forward that we can have a counter-attack and score. It's a stonewall penalty, but Mecha's in behind here. He's gone out wide, but he needs to find a passing opportunity in the box. He goes to shoot side netting, selfish. Come on, Mecha. I know you're trying to impress with the few minutes that you've got, but just play that across the box. Just got to play that across the box there. When we actually have a look at it, has he really got many options? Yeah, back post there. Back post for Okafor. Well, what's happened, Pierre, is that Aronson has dropped back into the midfield to play as a central midfielder where Stack was, and Okafor's gone up front where Aronson was. So it's not a straight swap. Ball down the line here. Cross into the box, away by Yakabiyol. Another corner to Newcastle. Yeah, quite a few, Pierre. 3 minutes of the regulation time remain here. Yeah, I've switched it round as well, Pierre, so you can see on the lineup, Aronson's gone back as a central midfielder where Stack was, and Okafor's gone up front. Corner comes in, punched away by the goalkeeper, not out very far though. Here's Hall again. Tries to cross it again, good block by Aronson. Penalty? But he was outside the box, wasn't he? Aronson just blocked a cross and apparently it was a handball in the box. I hope we see that it's outside the box and it's a free kick instead. Come on, Aronson, please be outside the box when this happened. It does hit his hand. It's been given as a penalty. Aronson scored 2 goals. And he's given away a penalty in the 89th minute. It's going to be given. It's Leeds, it's going to be given. They're checking whether it was in the box or not. His body is outside the penalty area, but his hand is inside. No, it's going to be a penalty. Of course it'll be given. Are you watching? Of course it'll be given. He's handballed it. Yeah, it's a penalty. Of course it was. Got to feel sorry for Aronson, haven't you, when he scored 2 goals and then... It's been given as a penalty. Trust me, I'm watching it right now. Bruno Guimaraes. Come on, Lucas Perry. Hopefully either the pressure gets too much for him or Perry saves it. Please, just a lifeline. A lifeline, please. Newcastle have scored the last 20 penalties at St James's Park. Bruno Guimaraes. I don't know why I'm even... Like, it's going to go in. Yeah. 3-3. So annoying, in it, to give him a bloody penalty. How many minutes have been added on? Are we going to find out how much time's added on or what? 10 added minutes. 10 added minutes. Perry with a long ball forward. Headed by Newcastle away from the back line. Strauch now up to Goodmanson. Most goals conceded 90 plus minutes this season. Leeds 7, Newcastle 6. After the 90th minute, goals conceded. Like, anything but giving away a penalty. Good header forwards again by Biol. Aronson wins that one. Away by Bruno Guimaraes. Now Justin pushed over. Free kick to Leeds just on the halfway line. Sorry, but as an Aston Villa fan, why would you want Newcastle to win when Newcastle are actually going to be a rival with you for Champions League? And also, there's no beef between Leeds and Villa. I actually like Villa and I'm glad that they're doing well. And nobody else really cares about being angry with, like, having any kind of rivalry with Villa. So it's just kind of weird more than anything. Ampadu wiped out there. Ampadu, what is that referee doing? Are you joking me? That referee is shocking, but he's giving the ball straight away and then he's giving the ball straight away again. Here's Aronson. Coming forward now with it. Tackled. And now Leeds have won the ball back again. Ampadu goes flying in with a challenge. Ampadu tries to switch the point of attack out to the other wing for Okafor. Okafor up against Livramento. Come on, Okafor. Go past him. Into the box here, Okafor. Tries to play it across. Great ball to Aronson. Aronson in the box. Crosses it in. Headed back out to the edge. Here's Visser. He's going to try and clear it now. Here's Bruno Guimaraes trying to clear the ball. Goodmanson in a foot race here against Jacob Murphy. Goodmanson's done so well defensively there. So well by Goodmanson. Aronson's just gone down here, I think, with a bit of cramp. Don't know. Just put a bit of Tanaka on. He'll run around, win the ball back, play the ball forward. Aronson looks absolutely knackered. I don't know. What was the Villa score earlier? By the way, of course, no goal shouts until I've reacted to them if one goes in. Hopefully it's a Leeds one. Strauch with the long ball forward here. Away by Botman. Back again by Ampadu. Mecha got there before the goalkeeper and eventually it's cleared for a throw-in. That was so close to 4-3 Leeds. Yeah. Botman's header didn't get all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ampadu then with the long throw-in. Come on, Leeds. Get a little flick on. Get the back post. Smash it in. Come on, Leeds. Long throw-in here from Ampadu. Comes into the box. Nick Pope just catches it. Too close to the goalkeeper there. Now Nick Pope's going to try and release Newcastle. Here comes Livramento. Ball down the line here. Goodmanson coming across to try and stop the cross coming in. Visser away by Aronson in the end. Oh, my God. How have we got 5 more minutes of this? I'm going to have a heart attack. Offside flag against Newcastle. Yeah, whoever said Nonto. That's a good shout. Nonto for Aronson. Who said that? Isaac, that's a good shout. Well, it's Tanaka and Bornau, apparently, that are coming on. Triple change for Leeds. Yeah, Nonto, Bornau, and Tanaka. Wow. What a game of football this has been. What an absolute game of football this has been. Triple substitution from Leeds in the 96th minute. It's just mad, isn't it? So that's going to be Aronson off for Tanaka, I imagine. And in Tanaka's number 22. So that's the first one. Rodon for Bornau. Oh, he's 23, Bornau. And then Nonto for Gruev. There you go. There are all the substitutions now. Lucas Perry sends that one forward. Come on, Leeds. He hasn't said anything for ages, Boland. I don't think he's even here anymore. Oh, no. He is. But who cares? Leave him to it, eh? Let him have his little fun. Probably the one time he gets out. Here's Livramento. Bruno Guimaraes. Now Livramento. Back to him again. Tanaka done there. Leeds should have players out wide to stop the cross coming in. Lucas Perry pushes that one away. Okafor back to Tanaka, who sends that one long. It's going to go all the way through to Nick Pope, I think. It is. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. They keep putting the ball down the wing and we just keep letting them play balls into the box. It's away by Leeds. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Whew. Bloody hell. Yeah. It was a goal kick. That was absolutely fair. Yeah, you're right, Virgil Blaze. You are right, but we've got to just get to the end of this one and see what happens. Yeah, Tanaka's on. It's on the screen. The lineup is literally on the screen. I don't know why we keep allowing them to cross the ball into the box. We just keep allowing them out wide to cross the ball into the box over and over again. Long ball forward by Lucas Perry. Okafor back to Mecha. Mecha. Little ball down the line for Okafor. Okafor can get there. Oh, he tried to cross it in there, but he's been done by Lewis Miley. He's been sent into touch there. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Long ball forward. Sebastian Bornau's been barged out of the way by Johan Visser there. Good tackle there by Nonto in the end. Oh, he's giving the ball straight to Bruno. Back out wide again. Another chance to cross it in. Ball in to the edge of the box. Harvey Barnes. Please don't be Harvey Barnes. Why has Now TV just said there's something wrong with we're sorting it? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Why would you do that? Right, I'm back. I'm maybe about 30 seconds behind what I was at before. Back to Harvey Barnes shooting on the edge of the box. Then Leeds poking it away. Now Leeds come away with it. Here's Lucas Mecha. Plays the ball forward to Noah Okafor. Okafor now out onto the left wing. I'm actually 99 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm about 30 seconds behind because Now TV just stopped working. Ball across the box and Leeds couldn't get on the end of it. I'm about 30 seconds behind now where I was previously. I can't believe that just happened. Now TV just went off. I'm just going to pause the timer until I actually catch up. Here's Jacob Murphy coming forward with the ball. Great tackle there by Ampadu, but not It's going to be a yellow card to Ampadu there. I can't believe that Now TV's just done that. That's absolutely ridiculous. That their footage would go off in the 100th minute or whatever it was. Right, I'm caught up now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to minimize this whole screen. Like, I'm not going to look at chat until the game's over, just in case somebody puts a spoiler in. Because sometimes people don't think, oh, well, it's not a goal, I'm saying. If they say it's full time, 3-3, then it's also a spoiler, because I know we haven't won. Joe Linton. Livramento's played it backwards there. Leeds aren't even trying to get out, really. We're just staying on the edge of our own box. Ball forward here for Newcastle. Ramsey out wide. Back to Murphy. Cross comes into the box. The header, I think, came off Strauch. It's going to be a Newcastle corner. Oh my God. Newcastle have scored. Newcastle have scored. I've just managed to get back on Now TV from the other feed, and Newcastle have scored. 4-3. What a piss take. It's Harvey Barnes again. How many times is he going to score against us? This is a joke, innit? That is definitely the end as well. Ball crossed into the box. It's bobbling around. Mecha tries to clear it, and he just spins and hits it, and it goes in. It hits his shoulder, and then he just turns and puts it in the bottom corner. Mecha's unsighted. Sorry, Perry. But then Perry sees it right at the last second. That is mental, isn't it? He's going to blow the whistle as well as soon as this starts. Still going on, though. That's a foul, surely, on Ampadu there, and a clearance there by Bruno Guimaraes towards Johan Visser. Visser coming forward here. Visser still coming forward. Probably one of the worst shots I've ever seen. That's the end of what a joke. Right, thank you everybody so much for thank you so much everybody for the support on the watch along and everything. I am gonna have to go because I'm gonna do lots of swearing and rageful things. So I'm gonna that's ridiculous, you idiot. Sorry, and again, that's ridiculous, you moron. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'm going to do a match reaction now. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you in the next one, which should be a stress-free one because it's against Derby in the cup. So who gives a shit? Thanks everyone.